All right, my friends, again, page 42. 42, here we go. William Becknell was a trader and trapper. He was born in Virginia in the late 1700s. As a young man, Becknell moved to Missouri in 1810. In Missouri, Becknell traded salt. His business wasn't very successful. So in the summer of 1821, he planned a trip west. Traveling on horseback, Becknell and his group hoped to trade horses and mules and trap animals. When the party started their trip, Spain owned New Mexico. The Spanish didn't allow traders from the United States to sell their goods there. As the party made its way, however, the Spanish lost control of New Mexico. Becknell heard this news and changed his plans. He headed straight to Santa Fe. There, they traded their goods for silver dollars. About a year later, in May 1822, Becknell and his wagons left Missouri once again. This time, Becknell followed a dangerous route. First, he followed the Arkansas River to what is today Dodge City, Kansas. Then he traveled southwest to the Cimarron River. The party ran out of water and almost died. But Becknell pushed them onto the river. Finally, they reached Santa Fe. They had blazed a new trail. Becknell's route became known as the Santa Fe Trail. In 1825, it was marked as the main route to the Southwest. This route was important to the growth of the United States. Okay, friends, now, as we've done many times in the past, please take a look at the box down at the bottom of your page. Close reader habits. We talk a lot about this. We're talking about time and sequence, particularly in historical text, and why time and sequence is so important in connecting events in our history. So, what I want you to do now is to take a moment. I would like you to follow the close reader habit suggestion in this box. And it says, what route did Becknell follow on his second trip to Santa Fe? Number the places where he stopped. The numbers should show the order in which he reached them. Now, I want you to pay very close attention to paragraph number 4. Paragraph number 4 is where you will find this information. Again, you are ordering his trip. You're sequencing his trip for what was eventually called the Santa Fe Trail. So I want you to take a moment now, take your pencil, pay close attention to paragraph 4, and put numbers next to his stops on his trip. And in about 2 minutes, we're going to talk about it. Okay? Paragraph number 4. We are numbering the places that William Becknell stopped on his trip. We are actually showing the order in the places that he stopped. And it's going to be very important, that order, as you are going to see in just a minute. So, in paragraph number 4, I'll call on a couple of you. What was Mr. Becknell's first stop? Where did he stop first? Odin, go ahead.
The Kansas River.
Say again.
The Kansas River.
I think there is a place that he stopped before that. Does anyone else want to contribute? Yes, Ellie, go ahead.
Maybe New Mexico?
Again, friends, we are looking at paragraph number 4. Paragraph number 4. There is a place that he stopped first. He followed the Arkansas River. And where did he stop? Where did he stop? Ava, go ahead.
Missouri?
The state is called Missouri. Let's keep reading a little bit. Thanks, Ava. Again, take a look at paragraph number 4. The first place he stopped is what is now called Dodge City, Kansas. Dodge City, Kansas. That's place number 1. And then he kept traveling southwest. And there was another place he stopped. There was another place that he stopped. What do we got? Adon, go ahead.
Cimarron River.
That's a great guess. Thanks, Adon. It's the Cimarron River. Yes, and you are correct. You are correct. Thank you. So that's stop number 2. What was his last stop? What was his last stop? The last stop. Jerry. I love the enthusiasm, Jerry. Yes, my friend. Go ahead.
Santa Fe.
Santa Fe. Yep. Finally got to Santa Fe. All right. This order, this time and sequence is very important to this piece of history. You're going to be writing a little bit more about that in just a minute. Yes. So please take a look at page 43. Page 43, it looks like this. Page 43. All right. So the question has 2 parts. Oh, thanks, Connor. Now you're keeping me on schedule. Thank you, my friend. Nice. So the question has 2 parts, and there's part A up at the top. So it says, what important event happened soon after Becknell set off on his trip to the West? Something very significant happened right after he left. And there are 4 choices. Becknell decided to trade horses instead of salt. That's number A. B, traders were told they couldn't go to Santa Fe. C, the Spanish lost their power in New Mexico. Or D, Becknell's group ran out of water and almost died. So we are looking at what important event happened soon after Becknell set off. So if you were going to be doing that close reading, that would be something really important to underline. So it would look something like this. So you would want to say, that's what the question's asking me. What happened soon after he left? Okay, so as opposed to, we don't want to know what happened at the very end of his trip. We want to know what happened at the beginning. That's important, historically. Okay? So, how many of you have answered the question already? I'm seeing a few of those hands. I'm seeing a few. Adon, go ahead.
Is the Spanish lost their power in New Mexico?
Thank you, my friend. Yes, it is in fact C. Yes, shortly after he took off, the Spanish lost their power in New Mexico. It is C, yes. And so on part B is, it goes with part A. There's a little passage in bold, going back to our text features for a moment. Your eyes should be drawn here to all of the bold text. And so it says to underline the sentence in the paragraph that supports your answer to part A, which was C. So the bold print reads, when the party started their trip, Spain owned New Mexico. The Spanish didn't allow traders from the United States to sell their goods there. As the party made its way, however, the Spanish lost control of New Mexico. Becknell heard this news and changed his plans. He headed straight to Santa Fe. There, they traded their goods for silver dollars. What you need to do is to underline the sentence in that paragraph that supports your answer to part A. Just the one sentence, that's all that you need to do. I'm going to give you a moment to do that. Give me a quick thumbs up when you're ready. Wow, already. Wow, you all are on it today, paying such close attention. Amazing. Okay. Now, oh, look at Connor's giving me 2 thumbs up right now. Okay, Connor, you're giving me 2 thumbs up. So, what is the answer, my friend? What is the sentence that you...
Spanish lost control of New Mexico.
The Spanish lost control of New Mexico, or we could have taken both of those clauses. As the party made its way, however, the Spanish lost control of New Mexico. You are right, Connor. Thank you. Yes. Yes. All right. Please take a look at now. You're going to see why this ordering is so important. Because if you take a look at your page 45, you're going to have a short response opportunity for me. And it's going to ask you to describe Becknell's second trip to Santa Fe. And why was this an important historical event? You've already helped yourself with the first part of the question because you already ordered the trip in paragraph 4 on this page. This is why the close reading is so important, my friends. So now you can take what you've done already and start writing it here. But please don't forget the second part of the question. Why was this an important historical event? Okay, so I'm going to give you about maybe 5 minutes to write your response. And then we're going to come back together and we're going to talk about it. You do not have to log out of Zoom, but you may turn your cameras off. We're going to come back together at about 12:38. 12:38, and you will hear me ask you to turn your cameras back on. All right, my friends, we are on page 45. Page 45. All right, so who would like to share with me their answer to this prompt? Again, on page 45, describe Becknell's second trip to Santa Fe. Why was this an important historical event? Why was it important? Okay, Odin, go ahead.
He changed, so he heard that Spanish lost New Mexico, and so he changed plans and went to Santa Fe instead.
Fantastic, thank you. Does anyone have anything, I'm sorry, that they would like to add to this? Does anyone have anything they would like to add? Okay, Adon, go ahead. Hopefully your audio is going to come through clearer for me again.
So adding to Odin's, another reason why it was historical was because he found a new trail from Missouri to Santa Fe.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yes, he found a new way. Historically, incredibly important. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Is everyone following along with this? Why we're doing what we're doing? Why time, order, sequence is important, especially in history, and how we can connect things together to have things make sense. Really important. We're going to be talking about a lot of that this year. All right, everyone. So this is what we're going to do now.